Happy Thanksgiving, guys. How you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying your Thanksgiving? What are you guys up to? All right. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Filters are a hell of a thing, okay? Filters are a hell of a thing. When you don't feel like getting dressed, you don't feel like doing nothing. I'm full and tired. Time to sleep. I cannot. Blessings, coach. Yeah, well, I did not get no Thanksgiving meals, okay? I did not get no Thanksgiving meals. I took this time out to catch up on some work, okay? So I am not tired. I'm fully awake. But let me tell y'all, I be forgetting that the holidays is rolling around. Because I be forgetting to get like my food and stuff in order and stuff like that. And I try to do that. And I'm like trying to order food from different places and everywhere was closed, y'all. Everywhere was closed. Everywhere was closed. I'm like, so what I'm supposed to eat? The only thing I was left to eat was I had ordered like the grocery store. So I had to get like fruits and vegetable from Sprouts. I mean, it's healthy, but I'm just saying. But anyways, what you guys up to? All right. It is too early for my phone to be dying. It is way too early. You know, you always welcome to come for your plate in Florida. Well, why you didn't tell me earlier? Why you didn't tell me earlier? You should have told me earlier. I got beans. I got beans, potatoes, ham, yam, chicken. I cannot. I cannot. I'm not about to fool with y'all. I'm just not fooling with y'all. Okay? I'm not fooling with y'all. But, right, hilarious. But guys, let me tell y'all. So I had a consultation today with, yes, I take consultations on the holidays, y'all. Because I be forgetting it's holidays because it's not that I don't celebrate holidays, but I'm just at a different place in my life, if that makes sense. You know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, it's major holidays. So again, it's not that I don't celebrate it. It's just that once you start to grow as an entrepreneur, you start to lose people in your life, even like family, like, you know, friends or whatever. And plus I'm like in a whole different state where these people are not stimulating my mind business wise, right? It's always like a complaint about something or whatever. Team too much for me. My sisters are doing their own thing. You know, everybody's in their own lane. Everybody's in their own space. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But anyways, I had a conversation today because I had a guy that booked a consultation with me, and he kind of made me realize that I wasn't doing enough for the people. I want to make sure I'm saying this the right way. He made me realize that I wasn't doing enough for my people. And when I say my people, I don't mean black people, right? I mean my people, because I say my people because I'm also from an immigration background. Even though everything that I do is teaching people how to operate a business, because when you start a business, it's absolutely different from your personal, right? It's separate from you as a person, you know, you got the business and then you got you. But what he made me realize is that I wasn't putting out enough information for my people, meaning that like immigrants, right? Because there's so many different ways for immigrants to operate in the United States without, you know, having a social or trying to, you know, work odd end jobs, like all the things that I did, right? When I came into the United States and had to work jobs that was paying me $2 an hour, Some jobs didn't even pay me because it was like, we need the documentation. And I'm like, why y'all wait a month after y'all hire me to talk about y'all need documentations, right? So being able to walk away from paychecks because, 20 years ago was different than, well, not 20 years ago, I'm not that old. 15 years ago, right? It was different for immigrants versus how it is now. It was easier for us to find jobs versus now. As time passed, there's a lot more laws and stuff that comes in place. You got to have a visa. You got to do this. You got to do that, right? It was easier for you to operate in the United States as an immigrant. But in 2023, going into 2024, we're talking about a different picture. So after having that conversation with him, he kind of made me realize that I wasn't doing enough for my people. And again, I don't mean black people. I mean immigrants. Now, I say that to say he didn't say anything to me. What it was is that he was like so grateful and so thankful that I'm in this position that I'm in, and he can relate to it, right? So some of the information that I was given to him, I realized that I don't put that out into the public, not purposely, but because I've never really, dug deep into the whole immigration side of it. So again, it's nothing that he said, but he just kind of gave me like a realization, because he was like, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad I found you. This is my situation, X, Y, and Z. Okay. So that is definitely something that I'm going to be working on. That's definitely something that I'm going to be working on moving forward. Because when you are an immigrant, you literally separate yourself from the business, right? The business is a business. You is you. So a lot of people don't realize, especially coming from an immigration background, that you do not need a social security number to sign up for a business, like the Secretary of State, okay? You do not need a social. They don't ask you for a social. You just have to make sure that you have a U.S. address. So you have to make sure that you are that you have a business address in the United States. But here's the thing with something like that, right? You can gain a corporate address. So I was actually talking to somebody from my legal team about this whole, immigration thing, the direction that I'm getting ready to go right now. And I mentioned that, because they mentioned that, hey, they have to have a U.S. address. I was like, yeah, but they can always do a corporate address. And they was like, well, no, they can't do that because they can't do a virtual address. I'm like, I did not say virtual address. I said corporate address. That is no difference in them paying $100 or $200 at a WeWork or Opus or whatever and actually having an office space, right? You have a legal address in the United States. And they was like, oh, well, okay, yes, that makes sense. They can do that. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? That's why you guys saw me starting to do away from saying virtual, and you guys are hearing me say more corporate. Because too many of you guys get caught up with virtual, and don't realize that what I'm talking about is corporate addresses. So being able to, if you are purchasing a business address for a couple of months, you can do that and actually have an office space where you can go in and work in the actual office space. So that works on the corporate documentation, right? Now, when it comes to the the EIN, the EIN asks you for your social security number. But if you are not a U.S. citizen, all you have to do is complete the SS4 form, and the part that says social security number, on that part you put, I am not a U.S. citizen, right? I do not have a social. I'm not a U.S. citizen, right? And then the only way that you can get that back to the IRS is through fax. You cannot email it to them. You cannot mail it to them. The only way they take that particular documentation is through fax. A lot of people don't know that. Again, still separating yourself from the personal person. Like I am a person, Patrice S. Jordan, right? I have businesses. The business is not me. I am not the business. I am completely separate from the business. I work for the business. Same exact thing for my business vehicles. When I gain my business vehicles, these are not my vehicles. These are employees of the business. These vehicles work for the business, How can vehicle work for the business, right? Well, let's think about it. You have 5 vehicles under your business, no social security number attached to it, right? So no PG, no money down, right? You have 5 vehicles for the business. The vehicles need to work for the business, meaning that these are not Patrice's personal vehicles to drive around whenever she feels like it, right? These are business vehicles. So if you have business vehicles that's under your business name, you utilize business platforms. Toro is a business platform. Hire Car is a business platform. Starting a private rental business, right? Let's say her secret vault was a private rental business. That is a business. The vehicles need to work for me inside of the business. People don't look at it that way. It should be no reason why you are personally coming out of pocket every single month to pay your car note and insurance on a business vehicle. The vehicle needs to pay for itself. Hence why you guys should not be getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Attached. Hence why you guys should not be getting attached to these corporate vehicles, because they are corporate vehicles. They need to make you money. They need to be able to pay for itself and needs to be able to make the business profit. So now you have these vehicles that's running on these different platforms, or you're doing private rentals. The vehicles need to be able to sustain itself. So if you end up in a position like we're in right now, where the world starts to slow down and income is not the way it is, your vehicle should never be a liability on your business. Your vehicle should always remain assets. Now you have to worry about other things like your lights, your gas, whatever. But why would you want to put that additional burden on yourself with your business vehicles when the vehicle should be working for itself, or the vehicle's working for the business, right? Because the vehicles are employees of the business. They're employees of the business. All right. So just make sure that you guys are doing that when you guys are getting these vehicles under your business. Don't get attached to these vehicles. Now, I know it's a little bit better said than done, right? It's better said than done, where some of you guys end up getting super, super attached to vehicles. And I'm not going to lie, I was the same way too, right? I was the same exact way too. When I got my first vehicle, which was the Maserati, the white one with the red interior, if you guys remember when I first got that vehicle 2 years ago, it was the same exact thing, right? Because back in the days, if you listen to like hip hop songs, it's like, in my Maserati. So those type of cars were considered luxury cars for only people that had money, right? Because you will always hear about Maseratis in songs. And nah, don't get me wrong, I didn't get my Maserati because of that, right? But now that it plays back in my head, I'm like, right? So you always hear about those type of cars in like all them hip hop artists, music videos, or you will see the what's it called? You will see the Maseratis in their music videos, right? But even when you guys are watching, like if you guys ever watch real estate shows, real estate, especially the ones that's doing something with big numbers, you will see that the real estate people will pull up in these Maserati Ghiblis, right? That's the smaller cars. So the Maserati Ghiblis, or their type of cars mostly is a Porsche, right? Well, I found that the correct name is Porsche, right? But these are the type of the cars that they drive around with, right? Right. These are the type of cars that they drive around with. So to me, I didn't really look at it that way before. But now you look at it like being able to give people the opportunity to have these type of cars that millionaires and billionaires, talk about they drive in, right? And we are now in a position where it's easy for us to get these cars now. But it's easy for us to get these cars now, but you still got to make the cars work for you. Do not get these cars and then you cannot afford to pay the bill on these cars. It doesn't work like that. These cars are considered your employees, okay? These are your employees. If you don't know what to do with the car, ask me. I'll be more than happy to help you to be able to understand what to do with the cars. I have people till this day that reach out to me and it's like, hey girl, I see that you're doing this, blah, blah, blah. I got this car. Can you help me figure out what to do with the car? And I'm like, all right, what's the make and the model? They will tell me they're making a model. You know, I do my research. I kind of see what the car is being rented for. And then I will have people consistently calling me and like, hey, my car is gone. I need to get another 2 or 3 cars. Can you help me? And I'm just like, you can try to help yourself, right? But that's the beauty of cars. Even like your personal cars right now, that some of you guys, your personal cars end up being liabilities on you. Make those cars into assets, okay? Make those cars into assets. Meaning that find a rental platform, because there's more than just one rental platform. There's a bunch of different rental platforms. Find a rental platform, put your car on the rental platform, and at least let the car pay for itself. Too many of you guys get addicted to your car and like, oh, I don't want nobody driving my car. But then you stuck with these car note and insurance, and then you can't pay your bills. So now what? Anything considered corporate address. I have a crap load of videos on YouTube about business corporate address, even breaking down corporate address. So go to my YouTube channel, which is Bosses Build Business Credit, and watch that video that I did a full breakdown on corporate addresses. I want you guys to start saying corporate addresses from now on. I don't want you guys to say virtual address anymore, because virtual address is where you guys are getting flagged because you're kind of saying the wrong thing. Okay? But a lot of these addresses, I want you guys to look up the addresses first before we just get the address. Any company that you guys go to start a business with, or I'll say buy a corporate address with them, they give you the address first. But make sure that you guys take a look at those addresses first and make sure that the address is a good address before you guys purchase those addresses. Because a lot of you guys still end up getting stuck only because you get these addresses, but you don't do any research on the addresses, right? Like I hear you guys tell me all the time, well, coach, I did Opus. You told me to do Opus, da-da-da-da. Absolutely right. I did tell you to do Opus, but what else did I tell you to do? I said, do Opus, but do your research. Oh, yeah, I guess I just figured because it was Opus, everything was going to be fine. No, you guys really need to do your research. Research is important when it comes to getting these corporate addresses under your business, right? Because that's going to make the difference with getting the vehicles under your business. If you have a corporate address that's flagging you, then it makes it harder for you to be able to get the vehicle under your business. It does. It makes it harder for you guys to get the vehicle under your business. So make sure that you guys are getting proper corporate address. No P.O. box, no digital mailbox. Y'all know I do not mess with iPostal, right? Because iPostal have 99.9% of bad addresses, okay? So nothing that's like a virtual box, nothing that's like a mall, a tax preparer shop, those type of things. Now, if you guys have a brick and mortar, meaning that you personally, not you paying for, you personally have a brick and mortar that you work out of, you can utilize that address to put on your corporate documentation. So like, let's say you work at a salon and you do hair braiding or whatever. Okay. You can utilize that physical location to put on your corporate documentation and your EIN. You do not have to pay for a separate corporate address. Okay, utilize your physical location, which is your brick and mortar. That's also going to help you guys when it comes to building business credit and being able to get funding for your business. So it's a difference. If you have a brick and mortar, utilize your brick and mortar. If you don't have a brick and mortar, utilize your corporate address. We're no longer going to say virtual. We're saying corporate. Okay. Also, let me explain something to y'all about your business bank account. Your business bank account works the same way as your business name. That age of a business bank account helps. That does not mean that they need to be looking into your business bank account, right? But anytime you start a business, you need to get a business bank account immediately. Immediately. Can I use the same brick and mortar for 2 different businesses? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me break down that question, because a lot of you guys ask me that same exact question. And I like for you guys to understand this. When you form a business, once again, It's no longer you. The business stands alone by itself, okay? Her Secret Vault is a business. Her Secret Vault has a president, which is Patrice S. Jordan, that works for the business. The business pays Patrice, okay? Then there's another business, BBREW, right? We talked about that yesterday for those of you guys who remember that one. That is a business by itself. Can BBREW use the same business address as Her Secret Vault? Absolutely. Why can BBREW use the same business address as Her Secret Vault? Because Her Secret Vault is inside of a corporate building. There are multiple offices in that building. Nobody knows that BBREW and Her Secret Vault is connected unless I say something, right? So I want you guys to understand that that brick and mortar, because a lot of you guys ask me that question. Can I use the same address at the same location? It's different businesses, so it shouldn't matter. The only people that know that you have that business as far as you owning it is you. Nobody else knows this information, right? So like nobody else is going to go Google Her Secret Vault and then go Google BBREW. You guys probably do that now. But outside of that, none of you guys know that is the same person that owns this business, right? So why am I not able to put the same business address on two different businesses? It's two different businesses. It's a corporate building. I have multiple offices in one building. Multiple offices in one building. I hope y'all caught that. So yes, absolutely. You can do something like that, especially having a brick and mortar. Okay. And with the brick and mortar, especially if it's your location or a location that you work out of, you can do something like whatever the address is, suite A, suite B, suites, create your own suites. Nobody's going to know this information but you. Create your own suites. Okay. How can we go to check to see how many trade lines are reporting on our business credit? So you want to make sure you go into the major bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax, okay? You can also monitor your business credit on NAV. So NAV helps you monitor. NAV is not a bureau, okay? NAV helps you monitor your Dun & Bradstreet, your Experian, and your Equifax. But I will highly recommend, especially with Dun & Bradstreet, that you have an account with Dun & Bradstreet, because in order for you to get an account with Dun & Bradstreet, that's where you get your DUNS number from as well. Okay. All right. So that's important. If you guys do not have a DUNS number, you guys want to make sure that you go get your DUNS number, because you have to understand is that with the business bureaus, they don't need you guys permission to report. They do not. They do not need your permission to report. So if you default on something business wise, or if you got a business credit card or a vendor or something, as long as they report, they're going to report regardless. They don't need to call me to say, hey, Patrice, we see that you're banking with blah, 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 blah. We want to know if it's okay for us to report to Dun & Bradstreet. It don't work like that, guys. They're going to report that business credit card, that business trade line, that business vendor. As long as it reports, it's going to report that vendor to the major bureaus, which is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. I do have an account with all three of them, because just in case of anything, I like to track my progress with each one of those bureaus. It's not mandatory, but because I am a business person, I understand the importance of having something like that. Okay. Let's see. Any chance on information about SAM? Yes, sam.gov is where you get your UEI number. Okay, I think I did a video on YouTube on that. If not, I need to do a video on that. So let me take a little note of that. But I think I did a video on that. But yes, sam.gov is where you guys get your UEI number from. Okay, your UEI number connects to grants and things like that. So when you guys are starting to apply for grants and all those other funding platforms, it goes by a UEI number. So everybody should have a UEI number. And the way that you're going to get your UEI number is going to sam.gov. And that's sam.gov. Make sure that you complete the information to get your UEI number, and then go back in and complete the profile, because a lot of you guys don't do that. It's 2 separate steps. Okay? You fill out the information initially to get your UEI number. You grab your UEI number and then complete the profile. There's a profile in there that you guys need to complete. Right? But everybody should have a SAM.gov number, because it also helps you when it comes to getting your minority certificate as well. All right. And for those of you who are not familiar with your minority certificate, that is for you to kind of like get government contractors. You can either be a GC, which is a general contractor, or a sub, right? A sub meaning that if a GC is awarded a job, the GC can hire sub companies and you can operate as a sub company, and the government pays the GC and the GC pays you as the sub. Okay? Where do I check to see if my corporate address is flagged? So what I want you to do is I want you to go to I want you to go to YouTube and watch that video that I did on business address, because you won't know if your business address is flagged. I know if your business address is flagged because of certain things that these lenders look for, right? The only way you're able to identify it for yourself is to follow the steps that I gave you guys on how to purchase a proper address. Okay? I am such a newbie. I don't even know how to get an Amazon account for my business. I done had for 5 years. Don't laugh at me. Definitely not laughing at you. This is a safe community. And first of all, welcome to the community if you are brand new. An Amazon business account, you would just go to Amazon, like a regular Amazon. And then what you want to do is you want to, you can either convert your personal account, which is what I did. I converted, my personal account into a business account. And when you convert your personal account into a business account, it kind of gives you leverage, right? You hear a lot of people say the pay by invoice is by invite only. Not true, guys. I get what these people are telling y'all when y'all reach out to them and they're like, hey, it's only by invite. And yes, you guys don't have any choice but to believe them. But we have figured out a way around it. It's just for you guys to do the work. But a lot of you guys don't do the work. So what you guys do is, well, no, that's not true. They said it's invite only. Okay. I'm going to go by what you said. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, I'm not waiting for the invite. I'm definitely not waiting for the invite. I'm going to run the hack and run the play, right? You want to wait for the invite? Absolutely. Do you, right? Because they're just like any other company. They will tell you what they want you to tell you because they want to get you off their line. But unfortunately, you cannot run game on me. It just doesn't work like that. So no, definitely not making fun of you. This is a safe community. Definitely a safe community. And if you run into anybody making fun of you, I am the queen of block. I'll tell you right now, okay? I am the queen of block. I love to block people because I love my peace, okay? I love my peace. And my goal as a coach is to also protect my community. I believe you when you speak, trust me. Is there a corporate address site that boosts business credit? So Opus is one of those companies, right? Opus reports to Credit Safe, right? You also have Laughlin. Laughlin offers virtual addresses as well too, and they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So there are options for you. Or you can also use eCredible that, you can put the information on there and let it report for itself. Do you have a video on how to convert it? No video is needed. Just go to your back end office and turn it into a business account. It's like really self-explanatory. It's nothing that you have to, it's really not rocket science. Just go into your back office on your personal account and you will see the option for business and you can convert it. Or type in the search bar, business account. Just convert it. It's super easy. Somebody said, oh, I never knew that. Of course, well, that's what I'm here for. After the profile set up on SAM, how do you make sure the account is set up properly? Great question, okay? And I think I need to do a full breakdown on that. Thank you so much. That's a great question. Make sure account is set up properly. Okay, that's a great question. I'm gonna do a video on that. But to answer your question, the way that you make sure is that, so when you go in your back office in SAM, you're gonna get a bunch of like different small circles, and it's gonna say 4 assignments completed, 1 assignment still needs to be completed, 5 assignments need to be completed. Those boxes should all be at 0, except for the one that has your UEI number on it. If you log in and you see any of those circles have numbers inside of it, like it may say 5 assignments incomplete, you want to go back in and complete those assignments, okay? But I'm definitely going to do a YouTube video on that, where I'm going to like actually show my screen and show you guys the back end stuff of that. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, let's see. You look beautiful. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Amazon pay by invoice rejected me twice. Ask I escalated the chat to the supervisor. Keep doing it, right? This is your business. This is your business. Like, we're getting ready to go into 2024. We got to stop making excuses for our businesses. Not saying that you're making excuses. I'm not saying that you're making an excuse, right? But some people prefer just to get that no, and they're like, oh, okay, they told me no, I'm moving on. Not me. I'm going to keep doing it until I get the results that I need. After I receive the assignments, how do I get permission, jobs, or leave from? Okay, so yes. So with SAMs, right? They automatically start sending you stuff anyways, because I get a lot of stuff from them right now. Another way too is for you to become minority certified, because now you're put into a bigger database, like on the federal side. Minority certified meaning that you can be women-owned, black-owned, Latino-owned, LGBTQ owned, those type of companies, right? So you can sign up, get your minority certificate for any one of those categories. There's a bunch of other different categories, but get your minority certificate because that puts you in a different space. So now let's say you're in construction. Everything construction that comes up, including big job like fixing bridges. Like I used to get all those contracts for bridges, and I'm just like, whoa, I don't know nothing about fixing bridges, right? Now, again, you don't have to accept the job. They just push it out in the database to everybody, right? But it's actually really fun when you get those contracts. But you really pick what contract works for you and your business capabilities. Because that's what it comes down to, your business capabilities. Okay? I believe the setup for federal, not government. Do I need to change anything? I believe the setup for federal, not government. Are you saying that you believe that you're set up for federal, not government? Do I need to change anything? So you need to make sure that your profile is set up properly. So go back into SAMS and make sure you don't have none of those little circles in your back area. I'm trying to get paid from SAM. Yep. Make sure that you have what type of services that you offer, because they will start to push those things out to you now. I get all those emails right now, and I'm not minority certified. Yes, my certification is in the process, but I'm not certified yet. But I get those emails. Okay. Yeah, but that's actually perfect. So you actually just prompted me to do a YouTube video, a more in-depth YouTube video on sam.gov, because it's definitely needed, because it actually will be able to help a lot more people understand how SAM works. So that video will definitely be dedicated to you. Okay, definitely dedicated to you. Are you referring to MBE certification? So there's a bunch of different titles. Okay, there's a bunch of different titles. So yes, MBE is one. You have WMBE as well. There's a bunch of different titles. It's not just one title. What are the steps to become minority certified? So just look up minority certification in your area and you can become minority certified. I do have a contact as well that I use to set up my stuff. So you can also reach out to him and his team and maybe just ask questions and see if you want to go with him or if you want to do it yourself. But I would just do minority certification in wherever your state is. If it's Vegas, if it's in Atlanta, if it's in New York, and just go through the process. Now, it's a lot of work, right? Because I remember when I first had my construction company, I did the first one myself. It's definitely a lot of work. This is why 2 times around, I'm not doing it myself. I'm not doing it myself because it's definitely work. How do you find all of the different certificates to get certified and all of the minority certificates? Yes, just Google. Absolutely. You can definitely Google, reach out to my people as well too, but it's on Google, right? You can just do different types of minority certifications and it would all pop up. It's a bunch of different minority certification. It's not just one. So, but MBE is one of those. It is absolutely one of those. Can I purchase a vehicle in another state than my business? Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. This is why I have you guys doing corporate addresses, because you're able to purchase a vehicle in any state that would approve you, right? No PG, no money down. One of my vehicles came from Michigan. I'm actually looking at a few other states right now, like LA, and I think it was North Carolina for some other vehicles as well. So yeah, you can get them from any state. They can ship them to you, and when they ship it to you, they can either add it to your financing, or you pay out of pocket. I'm not paying out of pocket for nothing, so they can add it onto the financing. But yes, you can absolutely get vehicles in other states. You're welcome. You are more than welcome. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to a few of you guys. Yeah, because I was literally in bed and this just came to my mind to come on live to be able to answer more questions. Here's why, right? Because especially on the holidays, a lot of you guys miss my lives because you're working. So during the holidays, I like to go live to be able to, the people who miss my lives during the week where you guys are able to be at home, if you're eating or whatever, you have questions, I'm able to assist you guys with that. Okay. Have you thought about starting a contract team that shows a group of people how to work the system of real estate? You mustn't have been on my live. But yes, those are all things that I have in place right now. So I'm working with different people, including doing it myself, to be able to definitely give you guys what you guys need. That's the way that you share is so amazing. Oh, thank you. Like seriously, no selfishness whatsoever. Like you want people to win. Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's just information, y'all. Like, it's just information, because I really wish people, would have helped me along my journey 10 years ago, 15 years ago, because some of the struggle that I had to struggle, I probably wouldn't have had to struggle it. But I also say this, God makes no mistakes, right? So all of my struggles led me up to here to be able to educate you guys the way that I wish I was educated, for sure. Thank you for your advice, Coach. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please invest in Queen. You are always sharing good game. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Coach, can I cancel my virtual office monthly payment? It has been 5 months now. Also, do I change the address at the UPS? Yes, you can cancel unless you have a specific reason as to why you're keeping it. Yes, you can update it with the USPS if you need to. If not, then just keep it as is. Because if there's nothing coming to you anyways at that address, then it really doesn't make any sense updating it. Okay, let me see. But remember, if you're updating a business with USPS, you have to have a business credit card, right? Most states don't allow you to use your personal credit card. I know Vegas doesn't. I had that issue, so I had to get a business credit card. Great gems question. I cancel Opus. Will that give Me bad paydex score. Okay, so that's a good question, right? But I always switch back those questions to you guys, and I will say, how does that give you a bad paydex score, right? That's like, let me look for a great example to give to you on this one. Okay, I can't find a great example. No, it does not. Oh, so it's like, no, that's a bad example. No, it does not give you a bad paydex score, right? Because, yeah, it's so funny because a lot of you guys ask me the same question, and it just be so like, it'd be so funny to me, like to like kind of see how you guys are thinking, right? Because if you utilize Opus, you get a paydex score, or whatever. How does canceling Opus give you a bad paydex score? You don't have any contract with them, and on top of that, Opus is more like a credit safe company. It's not a Dun and Bradstreet company. So it's also educating yourself on what reports where. Okay. Thank you so much, my wonderful coach. I will route everything online and not update the address. Okay, perfect. What do you think of event venues? Yes. Okay, so event venues are amazing. Okay. We are in a day and age where everybody should have an event space. So I was planning on opening up an event space here in Vegas this year. But after doing my research in Vegas, an event space is just not the best place for Vegas. Why? Because Vegas has a lot of casinos. When I say a lot of casinos. And people would do events and stuff like that in the casinos. Now, I can open an event space, but it will have to be in an area that is more of like a povish area, right? Because those type of people cannot afford to do big baby showers or big weddings or whatever. So is there some opportunity? Absolutely, right? But for Vegas, that's just not the market for me. It's not the market for me. Now, are you in Vegas and you consider opening an event space? And absolutely, but it's not a market for me because of so much competition. There's literally a chapel on every corner. There's a casino on every corner. I'm literally surrounded by look, I got Sahara Casino here. I got Strat right here. I got Westgate right here. They building Blue Mountain. Literally in walking distance, or Blue Fountain or whatever. Literally in walking distance, there are 4 casinos from me. Like literally, if I wanted to walk, I can walk. No, I forgot about Red Rock. Red Rock, there's 5 casinos that's in walking distance from me, right? So market-wise, it's not a good market for me. Not saying that it's a bad market in Vegas. It's just not a market for me. Okay? I have 2 A's and 1 F. Why? I am lost. I am lost for you too because I don't know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Well, I feel I already know what you're talking about, but you kind of said it like 2 A's and F. Why? I'm lost. I'm lost with you. I will just receive everything online and not update the USB. Okay, perfect. Any information on nonprofits? I want to give back and start a nonprofit child care for disability. Wow. Well, first of all, congratulations to you. That's a tough job. That is a tough job. My sister was getting ready to open a daycare, not for disability, but for a daycare. That is a tough job. And my hat goes off to anybody that's like with disability, kids and family members that have disabilities. Y'all, that's a tough job, right? Like, that's a tougher job than being a Marine. And we have to respect those people on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level, y'all. That is a tough job. That is a tough job. So congratulations to you first and foremost for wanting to do something like that. Because it takes a strong person to deal with something like that. But yeah, you can do it as a nonprofit. A daycare, you probably cannot do it as a you can't do it as a daycare. Excuse me. You can't do it as a nonprofit because it's a for-profit business unless you have some way of like, maybe you're going to be taking donations and stuff for the disabled children or whatever, then yes, but you can't really open a daycare as a nonprofit. It's a for-profit business. For parents who want to break. Yeah. So you see? Thank you so much for answering my question. You're welcome. I'm definitely doing event space. LA is where it's at. Oh, yeah. So LA, 150%. 150%. If you're in LA and you're looking to open an event space, I agree. If you're in, I saw somebody said Atlanta. If you're in Georgia and you're looking to open an event space, absolutely. But your event space in LA and Georgia needs to be top notch. Okay? You, especially in Georgia, we got a lot of flashy, people in Georgia. Georgia, it's a whole nother type of state, okay? Make sure that event space is like top notch, because then you can keep it booked all the time. Keep it booked all the time. If not, you got some work to do. Okay, let's see. I have a home care agency. Even with home care agencies, y'all, that is a tough job. It's a tough job. And my hat is, but especially dealing with anybody that's like in the disabled space, my hat literally goes off to y'all, because it really takes a really special person to do a job like that and really care about the people, right? Because doing a job like that can also frustrate you. But if you're in a position where you're patient and you're able to deal with people in that capacity, then, man, hats off to y'all. Hats off to y'all. I promise y'all, hats off to y'all. Hey, girl, hey, I caught you live excited. Nice. 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 I love it. I love it. But yes. Okay. So yes. Perfect. Okay, guys. So you know what's really, really funny? I got asked the same exact question twice. 3 times today. 3 times today I got asked the same exact question, right? And my answer will always be the same. Because I think we already have too many coaches in the industry that just tell y'all what y'all want to hear for them to make a sale. I am not that coach, and I'm not going to start now, right? And I think sometimes my honesty is probably, I probably could have been a billionaire, right? With the type of information that I give out. So sometimes my honesty might be a little bit too honest. It is what it is, right? But you're literally the 3rd person that asked me this question. He said, do you think I can qualify for business vehicles? Right? 3rd person that asked me this today. So here's my question back to you. How can I personally tell you if your business qualifies for business vehicle if I don't know you or I don't know nothing about your business? Wouldn't that be kind of strange for a coach to be like, oh yeah, you can qualify for business vehicles when they don't know nothing about your business, right? I tell you this, and I tell everybody the same thing. If you follow the instructions, you're going to get the results. But just to ask me off the rip, hey, do you think I'll qualify for business vehicle? I don't know your name. I don't know your business. I don't know if your business is set up properly. I don't know if you're a serial killer. I'm just saying, right? But I don't know nothing about your business, and I'm not going to lie to you and be like, yeah, you can go down tomorrow and do this. You probably can. But I can't tell you that unless I see physically, right? Until I physically see what's happening with your business. Now, again, can I tell you that if you follow the steps in the vehicle challenge that you can get a vehicle under your business? Absolutely. Absolutely. But just to tell you personally that I don't know, because this is social media, right? I cannot tell you that because I'll be lying to you, and I'm not that type of coach. It's not that deep for me. Coach, my credit score is taking time to show up. Can I still go ahead and cancel my virtual address? Your virtual address don't have nothing to do with your paydex score, especially not Opus. Okay, let's see. I have the LLC for the event space, but I have to amend the address because I didn't have your insight about the corporate address. Absolutely. Just make sure you send in an amendment form to the Secretary of State and the IRS to amend that address. Okay? So again, so you said for home care agencies, right? Again, nothing about you. I think you're probably meaning to ask me if that type of business can qualify for a vehicle. Yes, that's a difference, right? Than asking me if you personally can do it when I know nothing about your business, right? But I think you're meaning to ask me, can a home care agency qualify for a business vehicle? Then the answer to that is yes. But the way that you worded it, the answer to that is, I know nothing about you or your business. But I think what you're meaning to ask me is, can a home care agency qualify for something like that? Absolutely. Okay. I use Alliance. Thank you, Coach. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So I figured that after reading 2 or 3 of your comments, and I think you meant to ask me, can that type of business qualify for business vehicle? That's very different versus what you initially asked. So yes. Approximately how long does it take to become minority certified? That is a lengthy process, and it can take up to a year, right? I think I've been in the process of doing mine for, I want to say 4 or 5 months already. It's a lengthy process. Somebody said, nah, lie, you know your stuff. No, sir. No, ma'am. You know why? Because I always save, 99% of the time I save all my recordings. I don't want y'all to rewind back and be like, oh, you remember when March 21st, 2022, you said blah, blah. The thing about a lie, y'all, when y'all lie, y'all gotta remember the lie. You gotta clean up the lie. You gotta fix up the lie. A lie is eventually gonna get you caught up, okay? Well, okay, still worth it. Yeah, it's definitely still worth it, right? But I tell people all the time, like, if y'all hear something about me, please come to me and ask me. It may be uncomfortable, but guess what? I'm gonna be like, yes, you know, this is what it is. This is how the conversation went. Because people do take your conversation out of text, right? And I get why some people be like, oh, you kind of cold. No, I'm not. I'm just like, what you want me to do, lie to you? I'm not going to do that, because if I lie, I got to clean up my lie. I got to remember my lie. I got to remember the lie I said the week before. Y'all, that's too much energy. I don't know about y'all, but that's too much energy. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? Nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. But anyways, y'all, this was fun. This was fun. And for those of you guys who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Patrice S. Jordan. I'm the founder of Her Secret Vault. I teach entrepreneurs how to build business credit utilizing EIN only, okay? You guys can find me on every single social media platform, Her Secret Vault, except for YouTube. YouTube is Bosses Build Business Credit, okay? But every other platform, you guys can find me on the same platform at Her Secret Vault. There is no underscores, there is no period, there is no nothing. It's just straight Her Secret Vault. Currently, I have about 40 to 50 fake pages, okay? Currently, I have about 40 or 50 fake pages that is pretending to be me. But if you guys pay attention, those names are not Her Secret Vault straight. It's like her_secret_vault or Her Secret Vault with a dash, or period Her Secret Vault. Those are not me, y'all. I would not DM you guys asking you guys to invest into crypto. This is what has come back to me as far as a scamming page that's been telling people they can help them invest in crypto. Some of you guys have gotten scammed because you guys are trying to cheat the system, right? Like, for instance, I had one guy, the scamming page messaged him, and he was interested in the vehicle challenge. Now, you guys know the price of the vehicle challenge. So what the scamming page basically did was says, okay, I'm going to give you the program for half off, and then I'm going to send it to you. Okay. He sent the money to them. And here's the funny thing. This person came to my page a month later, my real page, and is like, hey, I'm waiting for the course. And I'm like, hey, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You know, anything concerning the course, reach out to my team, orders@hersecretvault.net. He was like, no, I spoke to you, blah, 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 a couple of months ago on a different page, and you send me this, and I sent you the money. And I'm like, you did not talk to me. Y'all, this man was so adamant about paying me that to the point where he was like, no, you scam me. You have an assistant name. I think my assistant name was, I forgot what the person name was, Julie. I was like, I don't got no assistant named Julie. He was like, I'm going to tell everybody that you scam me. I'm like, so why would you now come under my real page that you see my real information, but you communicated with somebody else through a fake page? When I say he was adamant that I scammed him, and I'm just like, sir, can you send me proof? And he sent it to me, and I'm like, so are you looking at what I'm looking at? Because this doesn't have my business name on it. It doesn't have a business name on it. So they were messaging him through WhatsApp with my name. And I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I take time out of my busy day to DM you to say, hey, you want a discount in this vehicle challenge? Yeah, let me hook you up. Tell me, why would I do that? Anybody can tell me why I would do that. Anybody. It don't even, the math ain't mathin', right? And then eventually he was just like, hey, I apologize. I'm sorry. I do realize that, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. It is totally okay. But the math just wasn't mathin'. Can you recommend any business funding opportunities for a new LLC? No, I will not do that. The reason I will not do that is that for brand new LLCs, you have to make sure that your business is in order. Okay, am I going to put some funding opportunities on YouTube? Absolutely. That's another video I need to do. Funding for new LLCs. I got you covered. Not at all, but it's so, yes, it is. It is very, very, very sad, y'all. It is very, very sad. But at the same time, it was brought to my attention by someone that a lot of you guys try to cheat the system, and that's what happens, right? The price is the price, okay? That's just like my cleaning lady. She came in here to clean. The first time she came, she charged me $180 because she came with 3 people. I said, okay, cool, right? I literally have everything boxed up. Literally have everything in here boxed up. So all she had to do was come in and do was like, just throw out the trash, clean up the tables or whatever. She came 2 times after that, and every time I try to pay her, she was like, no, don't pay me yet. You pay me later. And I'm just like, but this is your 3rd cleaning. I need to pay you. I don't like owing people money. So today she came and I was like, okay, I need you to tell me what I owe you. And this is why she never told me what I owed her, because she came in here with 3 people to clean the entire place. They helped me boxed up and stuff like that. The $180, I understood that. Okay. The other 2 times she came, it was literally just light cleaning because everything is boxed up. It's not much for her to do. Sweeping the floor, washing the dishes. This lady been charging me $180 every time she come. I mean, $120. $120 every time she comes. So today I told her, I was like, yeah, that's too expensive. I'm not paying you $120 just to dust the table, sweep the floor, and throw out the trash. I can do that myself. Not that I'm going to, but I'm just saying. Right? But I told her, I said, look, your price is your price. I'm not going to talk you down. But I said, moving forward, I cannot use you for light cleaning. I said, when I move, I'm going to use you for the other place because $180 to clean an entire place makes sense versus $120 just to do a light cleaning. That is nothing for you to clean, right? But her price is her price. So I'm not going to talk her out of her price. And that's the mistake that a lot of you guys make. You guys try to talk people out of their price or whatever. The price is the price. This is how people end up getting scammed, because that's what happened with that guy. The fake page reached out to him. He thought he was talking to me. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you got the vehicle challenge. Can I get it for a half off or whatever? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. But y'all, make it make sense, right? Like, why would a entrepreneur or a business person just DM you randomly and give you a discount? I don't get it, but okay. Make it make sense. All right, somebody just asked about the Oh, I don't think I saved it on here. Somebody just asked about my Black Friday offer. Oh, I forgot to pin it up here for y'all. If you guys are on my mailing list, you guys already received it through your email, right? If you're not on my mailing list, okay, let's see. Oh, I thought it saved there, but it didn't. Yeah, so currently for the next 3 days, I'm doing 40% off, where you guys can use code It's My Time, and you would do 40% off all ebooks and courses. Okay, so code It's My Time for 40% off. Yes. Okay, so like I told you guys before, right? Because some of you guys do ask me that question. Unfortunately, right, I'm not a discount coach where I'll be running discounts every day, every month. I'm just not that coach. So usually when the discount code period ends, it ends. I do not extend for anyone, okay? Because I do have some people that's like, oh, I fell asleep, I meant to get it. Well, now you meant to get it at regular price, okay? Is your vehicle, in your vehicle challenge, do you go over vehicle pricing and where to store your vehicle? Vehicle pricing. When you say vehicle pricing, do you mean like what you should buy the vehicles at? Because that is something that we discuss as far as how to identify the best vehicle for your area, especially if you're going to be renting your vehicle out. I do go over that with you guys, how to identify that. Storing your vehicle is something totally different. I don't know much about you, so I can't tell you where to store your vehicle. Now, did I give recommendation? Yes. Does other people give recommendation? Yes. Because remember, you're going to be added to a free community, which is a Facebook group where you can ask questions. You can kind of see what other people have been saying or putting, where they've been storing vehicles, you know, what we do, stuff like that. So yes, there's options that we give you. Absolutely. But again, keep in mind that the whole point of the challenge is that the vehicle should not be sitting. If you have vehicles that is sitting, then that is a problem. Right? When Miss Jackson came on and Monet came on, that was something that we talked about as far as having so many different vehicles. It should be never be any given time where every single one of my vehicles are sitting at the same time. If that's the case, which means there is a problem, right? My vehicles are either overpriced, so they're not moving. So now I need to adjust my vehicles and drop them down a little bit lower, so in that way they're moving. They're not staying they're not staying at the condo. They should be moving at all times. So that's also something else that I go over with you guys as well too. It should never just be sitting. And I do get that a lot of you guys kind of get nervous with something like that. But the whole point of this is to have your vehicles be employees, right? Even renting out your vehicles to delivery people, where your vehicle is going to be going for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. It might be going for a year, right? Because they're using that car as their only means. Meaning that in order for them to operate their business, they have to have a vehicle. While they're paying you every single month for the car and insurance, plus you're making a heck of a profit, okay? So those are also things that you want to consider. The vehicle should never be sitting. Remember, these are your employees. These are your employees. Let me see if I have the... the picture, right? So with Monet, right? Her and her husband, they have 10 vehicles amongst each other. Remember, their vehicles are their employees. Their vehicles should never just be sitting in their driveway or on the streets or wherever. Okay? Let me see, choose a different. Right? That is her and her vehicle. She has 10 vehicles under her business. Right? 10 vehicles. As of today, she has 10 vehicles under her business. Her vehicles are not just sitting, guys. It defeats the purpose to have the vehicles just sit. Right? The vehicles should never be sitting. The vehicles are what you consider your employees. This is the last one that she got, I believe, to make it vehicle number 10. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She doing her thing, y'all. She doing her thing. She definitely doing her thing. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I know it's Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving I spent working. I'm going to get back to working. Okay. I need to catch up on work, put a few things in place. I'm definitely excited. Definitely excited. Especially the real estate side of this journey. I'm excited, y'all. Do you have any additional questions for me before I let you guys go? And finish enjoying y'all Thanksgiving if y'all still eating food? Since nobody invited me to their house for Thanksgiving. Disrespectful. Definitely disrespectful. So that will be Sunday. It ends on Sunday. Can I get a numerous vehicle in cleaning company business? Can I get numerous vehicles in my cleaning company business name? I need you to go watch Miss Jackson and Monet's video. Absolutely go watch it. Can I get vehicles under venue LLC? That goes back to the same exact person that I was talking to earlier. I wonder why that didn't come in. I literally sent it to myself, y'all. I sent it to myself. Oh, that's what's happening. I'm just like, why is it not? I'm like, why is it not coming up? I see what was happening. There we go. It should come up. It should come up. It should come up now. Okay, I think I have. Yep, I got it now. Ha! I got it now, y'all. I got it, y'all. How does infinite banking work? I highly recommend that you get into the December 4th to the 8th program where we'll be discussing infinite banking. You will find out everything you need to know about infinite banking there. Is it on your YouTube channel? Is what on my YouTube channel? I cannot tell you what type of vehicle I cannot recommend a vehicle to you because y'all, some of these questions, and again, don't get me wrong, no questions is a stupid question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. But some of the questions you guys have to think about what you're asking me, right? Like which type of vehicles you recommend. How can I tell you what vehicle how can I recommend a vehicle to you when I don't know nothing about your business? I don't know what state you're in. Like all that stuff makes a difference, right? I cannot just go and tell you, hey, go get a Porsche. And then a Porsche is not a vehicle that's going to work in your area. But in the vehicle challenge, it teaches you that. It teaches you how to find the proper vehicles for your state, right? The proper vehicles for your state. It definitely teaches you how to find a proper vehicle for your state. Like doing your research and how to, go through the systems and look at and look to figure out what vehicle works in your state. I know a vehicle works in my state because I'm in Vegas. I did my market research, right? It will be the same exact thing for you guys as well. Okay? Do you guys have any additional questions for me before I let you go on this beautiful Thanksgiving? I am like literally starving because I did not eat no Thanksgiving food, y'all. I bought a bunch of fruits, but that's good. You know, I got to get my health and wellness going because y'all going to be seeing me on stages in 2024 in all different types of staging. And all different type of stage. Okay. All right. Well, this was perfect. It was good talking to you guys on this amazing Thanksgiving. Make sure that you guys use code It's My Time to get 40% off of the website until Sunday. The code is going to end on Sunday. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much. Thank you guys always for rocking out with me. As a reminder, Bosses Build Business Credit. I'll talk to you guys soon.